All right, let's do it. Okay. Hey, Puppet Jam, and hey, Koofy. 16.5-year-old inherited a large sum of debt from their dead parents and now works as a government-mandated hunter job to pay off $25 billion. Huh. It's a conservative number. Hey, Puppet Jam, I'm doing good. How are you? A boomerang extra that can never miss a shot. Boomerangs can break animal necks. He would have to aim at himself because the boomerang comes back. The boomerang extra is obviously Australian and Cantonese. Hmm. Yeah. It's a goofy. Oh, you're on the happy arc, yeah. I was kind of dumb. I thought boomerangs were always the ones that come back. They're used for hunting, so I was like, how could a boomerang? Uh, so the boomerang hits the animal and then comes back, but no, they just it's like a flying club. I have a boomerang back. I don't know if you can see. I have a boomerang back there, but it's like so complicated. You have to like consider the direction of the wind, and then you have to like look. You have to throw it 30 degrees, and you have to hold it a certain way. Like it's really complicated. Yeah, I'm doing pretty okay. Papa Jam, how was your day? How was you guys' day yesterday? Just mm, grinding away at this. Let's see. Like I don't have to really. One second. Oh wait, I forgot to change something. A professional competitive racist. They're pros now, capable of learning every history and martial art, every race to make fighting style called the Azuko to beat every race in melee combat. Huh. Professional racist martial art tournament. Do you see Enter the Dragon? Enter the Dragon, I think, is the movie that really I think Street Fighter and a lot of games took the plot from that movie, which is basically like a bunch of people from random countries come together to are like invited to this mysterious island for a fighting tournament by this one evil dude, and they all fight each other. So I mean I guess it's kind of racist, a racist martial art sort of thing. I don't know. Yeah, the esports pro racism exactly. You get the racism esports circuit. Oh no. A pardoned convict with metal arch filled with dough. Like explosive. Okay, explosive dough. They can be triggered with their silver tooth. Hmm. It's kind of like a complicated Roy Mustang. So his is magic. So. Hmm. All right. Delusional chiropractor thinking they can mimic a game character was fooled into learning and getting a degree in chiro. How do you fool into getting a degree in chiropractic? Oh, he was fooled into actually learning it. A deformed guy with calcium horns, similar to a goat, and developed short temper issues and blind rage due to horns, energy, cost of calcium resource. Okay. So he's like a bull. See, this is pretty visual. Okay, goat dude. I can. Let me see. I'll add that to the list. I don't know how to do a professional racist. That seems like a funny. Like, how would you do that visually? The classic thing would be a. Classic thing would be a hillbilly, yeah. So that's what I want to show. I was working on this. Something's up with. Oh, that's what happened. She looks fine. So I was adding some details because as it stood, this design was fine. It said it doesn't have all the details put in because like for the most part, you're not gonna be able to see them at the zoom level. So the big blocks of color are more important. But here I was doing like some differences in how the belts look. Like she's got handcuffs right here. Like some detail in the chest area, that sort of thing. But yeah, I would so I spent all day moving a bunch of ideas to draw characters. I would like some info on the professional racist. That sounds funny. A leather punk with specialist implants and very specific implants to reach top speeds and connect with giant other electronics. I see. The professional racist is wearing only white and red. I don't have much info because it's a different character. Okay. Uh, pro racist martial artist. You hate my Wi-Fi? Oh, something. Wait, did something go wrong with my stream? Uh, stream health. There it is. Stream is healthy. This doesn't tell me anything. No, it's in your end. Yes. Thumbs up. Man, I'm so tired. A really wide guy named Connor with a big furry mustache. Very wide. Like that Kanye West thing. Yeah, the chain links, right? I guess that's in Minecraft Steve, but wider. No, big furry mustache. Also, a buddy game called Mega Man Battle Network. Oh my god, you got the one of the best Mega Man games. I love the combat system in that. It was so interesting. You bought Legacy Collection 1 and 2. Okay. How are you liking? Did you play it? Did you play Battle Network yet? It was a card battle, basically. It was a card system, right? Oh my god. I think, yeah, because it was like wide and long, that sort of thing. A blood practitioner that uses an unusual and rare practice of poisonous and venomous blood to increase blood flow by forcing the body to think you're dying. It's only used by 6 people in the modern age, like a blood martial artist. Poisonous and venomous blood. Oh, ugh. Yeah. Makes me even more tired. Actually, this like, um, I did start the first Battle Network, and yes, fun. Though not sure if it's a Mega Man game yet. Yeah, it's and I really it doesn't really have anything to do with like the old Mega Man, like in terms of combat, but it's very what's the word? Later on, it can get a little too labyrinthine, the levels, but that's for later. More of a blood doctor, a website that shows pretty women being put into dangerous situation. Reviews state that can last around 5 hours. A website? It's pretty. No, I mean it's probably someone's fetish, but it's pretty dark. Oh. The dark web, yeah. It's pretty. It's pretty dark web idea. Mm. An entertainment representative with digital screens implanted in their body, constantly showing different shows and movies all at once. Hmm, that is interesting. With screens implanted in their body, it's like a body horror. That's an interesting idea. There's no one on the YouTube side, so I got. Yeah, YouTube's. Well, it's two of you apparently, but that might be old info. What is the pulley truss theater? Ah, there it is. So it's actually like this. I don't know. It could just it could just be like there, and then it just connects, and you know, it's just not like 10 of them. It's usually just one on the right and one on the left. Uh, Here, let's see. Oh, and I made the mistake of buying Funkos. Unforgivable. Do not like Funkos at all. Though Nendoroids are like way too expensive now for what they give you, but Nendoroids are the better version. The reincarnation of Brent Franklin making electric-based mobile hospital armor called Jupiter. Armor called Jupiter. That seems interesting. Broncos are dog shit, yeah, but they're on sale. Yeah, that's how they get you. You get exactly what you pay for. Jupiter, as in Zeus, the thunder god, for an electric-based armor. I'd be interested in that. Very video gamey idea. A Junkrat using parts and help from a buddy to create implants that allow strength and height made from junk, and also a helper robot named Trashing. Like Junkrat, like a Junkrat. Okay, not even Junkrat, the Overwatch character. Is this how they create the armor, or is that something else? Insect-based mutation syringe gives traits and features to the DNA of the chosen insect. Oh, that like made a human insect hybrid, like the flea or the fly. Sorry, not the flea. That was I think that's a paired. The Junkrat uses trash and broken air conditioners to implants. Sorry, I'm looking for something. Thank God, can I just get like a just show me the pulley system? Okay, there's some. Okay, let me Google. Always been worthless. Ugh. I have to concentrate on something just to find a good reference. It's not one line. Is it two? Is it three? Let me see. Sorry. No, so I think the main reason why chat isn't shown on stream is because honestly, Koopy's professional racist idea is next door. Yeah. Which ideas do I like? I think which one did I get? You got the entertainment representative with digital screens implanted was pretty interesting. Also, the pro racist martial art is just as funny. Is it smoke the complex? Blood Meridian is a special book. You know, so I gotta get back into. Here, fly system? Is that what I'm looking for? Would you even use a double system? Okay, there it is, finally. Alright. These look like they're rigid. They're not pulleys, they're just rigid. And then these come down from the top. Okay. There we go. All right. Uh, see the preference. Twitch is dying again. Does he? That check's probably where I'm watching. I've done two screens right now, and besides some delay, it's working fine. Oh, it's weird. The bitrate is fine. A cyborg furry, the joke character. Let's look up. So, I mean, cyborg furry is a pretty classic. I'm sure there's like a million of these. I'll write that down. Cyborg furry. Yes. Oh, this is all AI. For turning their cyborg parts to look like an animal. Oh, okay. Oh wait. No, I mean like literally a furry having cyborg parts, but a transhumanist furry. That's actually I can write that down too. Cyborg human in a furry costume. That's another one. A lot of ways it could be taken. You know, hang on. I'm gonna. Oh my god, it's only been an hour. I'm gonna take a break. Um, I'll be right back. All right. It's 250. Um, transition. Yes. I'll be right back. Gun when losing. Joke idea. Scummy martial artist. That's. I mean, that would be pretty funny. Yeah, I'll be right back. 250. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right. All right. Almost here. Mm. Ow. Ow. Where's my stadium mode? We're gonna transition. I'm standing now, so here we are. Okay. Get as close as possible. Will you? Hey, SO, how you doing? Trying to stay awake. Hey, Papa Jam. Alright. Got distracted. Fake Grand Order. I saw they had limited time character I really wanted and so spent all my gotcha currency on gotcha games. They're plague. They're plague, man. Can't stand gotcha games. You got decent ideas? Yeah, well, what's the hamburger about? Make a character with that hamburger. I believe in you. More ideas from the joke list. Great. Are always interesting. It looks better. There we go. They're a little big, but that's how you can see them. A ketamine-powered exoskeleton user. Ketamine. The suit is heavy without power, but the user is ketamine strength. A suit powered by crackhead strength. That is a hilarious idea. I'm gonna see if I can do something with that. It's a funny. Sometimes you can't do some things with these ideas, but crackhead strength Mjolnir armor is pretty hilarious. A demon that is bound to Guy because of a deal to sacrifice soul firstborn in exchange for $4. $4. A yellow addict using chemicals to create yellow haze. Yellow addict. You know what? Actually, there's a character in Sin City, the yellow bastard. Yeah, it's like sort of some procedure that causes him to turn yellow, so it might be kind of like that. A Mexican mafia boss telling owning the hidden mafia, but barely actually does any mafia stuff and only makes loopholes in laws to troll cops. Hey, Let's Gogeta. How you doing? I think Puppet Jam is on Twitch right now. A little twinkish monarch being targeted by other families trying to marry their children to them. See, now you're speaking my language. You're good. Okay, okay, that's good. You're good. That's good. Good. It's good. It's good. Everything is good. Should be brighter parts. That's what's missing here. Heck. Okay. An info broker named Midas that uses dirty info on anybody trying to get in his way. A hick hillbilly that can bench press an entire train. Finally catching a break today. I arrived a bit ago when you were on your break, so I did some errands. Okay. It's nice you got a break. A hick hillbilly that can bench. Instagram influencer posting about violent fights. No, I mean that's pretty normal. That honestly, I get so many of those on Twitter. That I still like. I constantly either block them or mute them. Just random stupid e-news gossip stuff and random fight things. Ugh, cannot stand it. Hmm. Still, now I have like 5,000 followers. I mean, no, I still have 5,000. They've been doing a purge of the bots, but I still have 5,000. Okay, that really bad anger issues. They ripped an entire 18-story building in 5 hours. Not even superpowers. It's just they're just mad. Though I guess that's not uncommon because I know Batman is like that. He clearly has superpowers, but I don't like to say it. A planet, a planet fucker that loves planets a little too much. Okay, that's don't know how that would work. An immortal that barely wants to do anything but procrastinate for centuries. A woman made from black goop. A guy with power to shoot concentrated energy laser from their rod, quote unquote. I think an immortal that wants to procrastinate for centuries. Isn't that what free run? Or that anime? Uh, so something I'm doing here is like this isn't as big a problem. But like so I can like really render these out because um these are all just like they can just be removed, but typically I have to separate I separate the front and back or however many pieces there are. I separate them all out before I start painting them fully. But because I have this on layer, I can just do this while I think about it. A really dense guy that burned the oxygen with pure strength and create nuclear fusion. The single strike. Hmm. This is some like super like this is like Superboy punches reality sort of thing. No, you know, what does that mantis strips kind of do this when they punch underwater? They can create like a spark, like an explosion. People generally rank Battle Network 1 and 4 as weakest installments, but as someone currently playing 1, it's one of the foundations laid out. It is a weaker first installment by a significant margin, but till I get back to my hold is no Street Fighter 1 situation. That was far more obtuse than it needed to be. A lot of people kind of encourage people to start with 2 or 3, but I think playing Series not going to be 100% all right. Hey, Sleepy, how are you? Mantis trip into a human. Yeah, basically. Was that one of your characters? I don't think I wrote that down. Might have been. Make a character that's schizophrenic and thinks they're the host of theater, making them have a half tragedy and half comedy mask. Breaks when you go 50 HP. That'd be interesting. Don't know how to do that. I have to make a entirely new character, but that anything to add some art to it, you know? The 7 deadly sins, we have a 5-star chef that makes Gordon Ramsay cry, a gatekeep girl boss, a really good rage baiter. Oh. So sort of like the 7 deadly sins, but um modern. In a modern context. Why are you lively, weren't you? I was, yeah, pretty happy to see. I'm standing up now. That's why I'm more lively. All the work is done off screen. I've been doing this on screen. I'll show you what I've been doing off screen. Was where are you? I did this off screen. Put in some more detail on her design. Make her look more like a police officer with the handcuffs and magazines. In general, getting her design down. That's what I've been doing off screen. And the animation. The animation sure should be out Friday or Saturday. Probably Friday. A giant cockroach. Oh, a guy that has every curse and bad omen on them, making them effectively the unluckiest person in the world. Do you know the James Bond theme was from a guy from a the guy who made the James Bond theme took it from a previous work he did about a guy with an unlucky sneeze. I think it was called Good Sign, Bad Sign. Sorry, one second. The manifestation of all negatively evil horrors and predators is a human guy named Felix Vile. Sorry. Wait, what's the thing behind her? Sorry. No, I was watching something. This is one of the Goofy's characters was like a really wide dude with a bushy mustache, furry mustache. Yeah, she's your. It's frozen. It's probably because like I'm so small on the screen, you can't tell I'm like kind of walking, but I am like watching something. I just don't say anything. I mean, yeah, no, I was thinking the Kanye West, that one Kanye West thing. I'm too old for Roblox. I did the white dude. Aw. A guy with immunity to all diseases and bad effects had to go into pornography. I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. You can't really get anything. They have normal legs, but chest and arms with massive. Oh, oh, normal legs. Ah, normal. Who would want to be give him like more like a cartoon character? He's leaning, leaning to one side. Oh, massive mustache for the world's perfect hunter predator. Make the shoulders and boobies wider. I don't know if I can make them even wider. I mean, I can do this. We're getting into like Chris Redfield territory. There you go. Like even wider. Really good lower the murders entire craft. Oh my god, 1 second. So many. It's Oliver Tree. Oh, so I could get a bottle of slime. I don't know what Robux are. 7.5 calories per bottle. I mean, Unk status is really like a lifestyle. It's not an age. You can be young and just not know anything about pop culture. Make a mask that's half. I'm interested in how you would draw it. Like a guy with muscular right hand and the rest of his body's normal. That's a character. Was it Trogdor? Trogdor is a dragon, right? He's like a dragon. He's got legs, like regular legs, and then he's got like one giant like arm. That's Trogdor has like he's like a dragon. He's like ah. Yeah, it's Trogdor. Right? I can't make him white. I gotta be proportional. What's going on here? Dinosaur man. Where's the mustache? Oh my gosh, you got the mustache. Oh. There you go. Big mustache. Too young to. Uh, I don't really know a lot about Trogdor, but I remember him being pretty big in the Flash days. What an assortment of characters we have. Anyway, let's get back to what I was actually doing. Y'all have any like nostalgic artists? It's like on the internet. I remember he's still around. I don't know. I don't want to talk like he's like gone or anything. There was Fox Orion. I think he's going by his real name, like Matt something, Matt Lazowski. Let's see. Fox Orion. Matt Leskowski, yeah. Oh, he has YouTube. I don't know that. Here's his Twitter. I remember like I liked a lot of this stuffs. This guy's stuff. 14 kids in Christian God as special needs kindergartner. Huh. Wouldn't be able to draw Christian God. Due to religious restrictions. Make the lights fall off every once in a while if you get head deals. No one has help in this game though. Also add a termite. Oh, that's right, termite. Add all those characters. It's friend with Da Vinci. Friends, quote unquote. We all know how Da Vinci was. But I think like the biggest one. This is the biggest. I don't know if I've talked about him before, but Vinny Veritas. Huge, huge, huge in these early sort of Newgrounds days. Particularly this thing. Huge, huge. A golden statue performer. 14 kids in a trench coat would be pretty funny. The giant trench coat. I'm sending you links to X and YouTube. Come on. What are we doing here? It's not malware. Okay. Guy that has the face of a child and has a curse that forces him to wear a trench coat and go to Oregon movies every 5 days. A con artist accidentally tricking the U.S. government and the cartels into a scam. An indestructible bodyguard. A bodyguard, I just make him like Superman if he's indestructible. Oh, make him the main character. Okay. Cool. Well, let's clean this up so I can actually paint over it. And the other idea is why are cheating on me with other people. I thought it was Goblin abuser. Okay. Yeah, Sleevey is competing now. In a stream about, or I don't think you remember, but we were talking about the cow in the background brutally exploding because it has a pipe bomb in its tongue. And it's 1 with 100 chance every time you play. I could add that, yeah. I don't see why not. I have to add more. I have to add more animations. A giant muscled sadist. I mean, we got a giant muscle dude right here. Make him a sadist. Oh, you're heading out, Sleevey? Thanks for coming. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. You see the Temtem as a new. Who's Temtem? Oh, Kickstarter. Oh, okay, yeah, I get it now. I don't. Oh no, I don't know what these are. Yeah, okay, I remember these. This is a while ago. I didn't know this was still going on. A goth farmer. That's interesting because they have to work in the sun a lot. A nun with a secret of being a arrogant underground wrestler to make money to support a bunch of orphans cared. by a small church. That's like Nacho Libre, right? Except it's not a nun. I think it's a priest. I remember Temtem. This is a long time ago. At least long for me. Where is Pikmin? Pikmon. They picked a new name, but like it's the same game, right? Link is still in it. What's the name now? Pikmos. Pikmos. Whatever it's called. Yeah, Lonk is probably what they're calling not Link. Right. A track star that has a unique ability to break their arms or fuck up their organs to increase their speed by 30%. That's the guy Shin. That web series I told you about last time. That's his like special power is that he can like snap his bones back into place if they're broken or something. That whole turn for it and everything. We are hitting. Like, let's see. 14 kids in a trench coat. So I put that in. Dinosaur. 7 deadly sins in the the mantis shrimp human, right? This dude who punches so much. I like that one. The mantis shrimp person is a pretty good one. You can combine him with the ketamine powered exoskeleton user. The Shin trivia sounds like a minor character. Yeah. But thing was like with Shin, I was watching it. I was obsessed with this show. I love this show. And I was like, uh, I remember them talking about it like people who made it. They wanted a like sort of a superpower that their main character had, and it kind of like blew my mind that the special power was like defensive, because I was like really young at the time, but I really like that. That was stuck with me. Right, so he doesn't have like some special like Hadoken, Kamehameha, and all that stuff. Because that's what my frame of reference was at the time. A body modification perfectionist that morphs organisms into piles of living flesh and making a child out of artificial meat. Body modification perfectionist is an interesting idea. Excuse me, because that would be like it's very visual. Do you want the visual appearance of perfection? It depends. Like it'll be up to me. Like what do you consider perfect and what's the world they come from? Like what would they consider perfect? Is it like beauty standards or is it like something else? That sort of thing. Yeah, unconventionally simple powers can be neat, One Piece expanded things, but the idea of a rubber crackhead being a protagonist took this seriously. Right. I mean, One Piece in general has some pretty wacky powers for everybody, honestly. And even though, like, I think everyone, I mean, there are people who don't have superpowers, right? Like Zoro, Sanji, Nami don't have powers. Most people don't have powers, but they act like they do. Who's the guy? Who's like the sword dude? Who's like the super excellent sword dude? Mifune? I can't remember. Stitch face from years of self study, pale skin affected by lack of blood flow, neck scars from old surgery, body swapping. They used to be guy until perfection was found to be female, so they swapped their heads to their sister. That's very interesting. Let's see. Let's put all this down. Now, Zoro and Sanji have powers they don't have. Just don't have devil fruits. Okay. Are they like powers like Batman has powers where they're supposed to be regular people, but in the One Piece world they just have superpowers, or is it like they actually have special powers? Mihawk, that was it. Is One Piece Mifune Soul Eater? Many others, right? You just need to know that they're more powers than just. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm too casual. There's several routes to learn special techniques. Okay. Hockey. It's the no, that's Hamon. Hamon. I don't know, Ripple. That's JoJo. This is gonna look weird until I get the rest of it done, but you know, we can do it. We can do it. It's gonna take a while, but I can do it. We can make good progress on this. If I ever do this off stream. Get the rim going. The old streams were me designing this, and that took forever, man. Let me tell you. The perfection is based on physical versatility and a distorted attraction to the abnormal. They find a multiple-faced breathing pile of sex organs attractive but not perfect. I'm going to add the perfection to the Kufi day list. I did. I'm just adding more of this stuff here. Sounds like they have multiple faced breathing pile of sex organs. Sounds like something from a Tool video. Him on his funny sun powers, yeah. Tayo. It's a cute pig. Imagine H.P. Lovecraft, but he's trans and likes making the horrors be real. A trans character. Well, I mean, I guess H.P. Lovecraft was racist. I don't know if he was transphobic as well. He was very racist. It's changed later on in his life because he was like sheltered, but very racist. He likely would have been. I think he was like racist a little much, even for those standards. The perfection is racist. It gets the imperfect races. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I'll write that down. It's probably fun for us. We have two racists today from Kufi. We can pit them both against each other. The transhumanist racist, so this one, and then you have the martial artist racist who's trying to like best each other, and then randomly there's like the cyborg furry who's also transhumanist. Those are three characters you have thought up today. Question Council uses themselves as a subject as a goal to make humanity into perfect horrors. Do you want to know the perfect being to them? What is that? Uh, uh, quickly get this to the dull part of this. I have to quickly get everything down fast, but you just have to get it down before you start to work on it. Oh man, I did it backwards. Fuck, I'm doing all this again. Okay. It's a dark purple ooze that can harden and can shape itself into any limb or organ it needs. So like Bob from Monsters and Aliens. Okay. So like a goop. Like the blob from Dragon Quest is the evolutionary end. Tell me about their children, Koofy. I think hmm. Uh, we have a giant decaying larva that moves a speed so fast. A tentacle nursery that was formed. Oh, this is different types of children. Okay. And pregnant women. That's horrifying. I guess these are the eldritch horrors. Let's see. Turn that off. A pile of tendrils that can fly, but it's shaped like female genitalia. I have seen that. I mean, it's not shaped like it's like vaguely shaped like it, but hmm. A human rat king made from imperfect human. Oh my god, rat king. If you're talking about the rat king, like the actual rat kings, those are disgusting. Jeez. A cyclops with large amounts of jagged teeth on their head and body. Hmm. Lots of jagged teeth on their head and body. Oh, that is really pretty creepy. Wasn't there a character? I think Smile It wasn't like all over them, but they had like 5 mouths. That's creature. Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna keep that. It's a good concept, though. A Cyclops with a. Come on, where are you? A moving beast that has an implanted brain from fire. Live in an unknown body. That is similar to that character in Fullmetal Alchemist, the Chimera. Also horrifying. A cow-like organism with large udders and a massive amount of fat and vague human feature used for consumption for the other children. These are horrifying. These are like legitimately good horror, like eldritch horror stuff. Human rat king sounds terrible, like disgusting terrible. An actual human centipede, a dude with long body and a bunch of arms. Human centipede was such a crazy. Like I could only watch like a little bit of that before I was like, this is really just not a good movie. Unfortunately, this really wasn't. Uh, I've been actually walking out of more movies nowadays. I walked out of like if they're just boring. I think like Normally, I never do. So there's like a migration was like a DreamWorks thing, which was not good. There's also Crime 101. That was a really boring movie. Like the start of it was so boring. I think I left just before the action started, but it took so long. And I wanted to walk out of the Looney Tunes, that new Looney Tunes movie. I did not like it at all. I didn't in the end, but I hated that movie. It's so hard to sit through. Those movies are kind of yeah. You watch all of Human Centipede, like all three of them? God, Koofy. I couldn't handle like the first one. A living gun made of a dude named George that talks to you and feels pleasure from you shooting. There was a character like that in no, there was like a Clippy like character in Cyberpunk for one gun. I don't know which one it was, but it was like a bullet who talked to you. I think let me see. The new Mario movie wasn't great. I think we talked about that yesterday though. Wasn't super great. No, sorry. Uh, a vaguely dog-traded person with their mouth and ears replaced with dog parts, and is was it shared all over from helping capturing more materials for perfection. Also listening perfection, we gave them a nickname as perfection, but their real name is Ozzy or Azzy. A baby nursery copied from a toad shooting their children out of their backs. Oh, okay. Actually, is that true? Do toads do that, or was there a toad that does that? It would be interesting. That's very classic, by the way. The very common design thing is to take something from an animal and like redress it as something else, like a science fiction thing. Yeah, I remember you weren't here about for the Mario Galaxy thing, but I've been decent. You've got to be very picky about watching movies sight unseen, or be willing to lower your standards on the late note. The Street Fighter movie be really bad to disappoint me, right? Yeah, I'm kind of worried because I'm not seeing enough like marketing for it. I don't know. It seems like they just have a bunch of like famous people or something. I don't know. I just don't want them to be like clowning on it constantly. Like, look how silly all this is. When like I said, it comes from Enter the Dragon. Like you can do it like that, but a little bit more fantastic. But I don't know that they're just really seeming like they want to do a really 80s cartoon parody with the name Street Fighter. That's what it feels like. The species of toad, yeah. Okay, I figured. So the Mario movie I thought was like a random series of scenes that like it's like what it's like ideas you would have before putting them together into a coherent story. Like just one thing, I won't do spoilers, but like there's like a point in the movie where the characters are separated, but like there's no reason for them to be separated. Literally zero. But by the time they come back together, there was never a reason for them to be separated. So they could have just gone on the journey to get it was just go on the journey together and just like focus on one thing. It just felt like they had a bunch of ideas and they didn't put them together. It's so bizarre. It's like a very average movie, I would say. The first Mario movie I watched so many times in theaters, and I have it now on the DVD and stuff. But yeah, a furry animal made for breeding, but sadly it was a failure. They turned out to be smart and gentle. Made for breeding. Ah, regardless, actually, I'm gonna take another break. I will be back soon, like 20 minutes. I know I'm taking a lot of breaks, but I'm just very tired. And a organ mimic an imperfect organisms that can replace organs, and once they replace an organ, they lose their consciousness and become an organ with a face. That is interesting. I think that exists, right? Like a creature become. No, it's a horrible. It's like this horrible thing. There's a fish. There's a parasite that like goes inside the mouth of a fish, and then sits there on his tongue. So when the fish tries to eat, it eats the stuff, and it eats the fish's tongue and becomes its tongue. And then when the fish tries to eat something, the parasite eats it, and it kind of I don't know if it starves the fish or controls the fish's food and stuff. It's crazy. Flesh pillars, living made of flesh to resist all phenomenon of nature. Sounds like an HR Giger thing. But yeah, I'll be back. All right. All right. Um. All right. We're back. Okay. Okay. Let's see. There's so many things. Goofy. Yeah, oh, you can easily see this. See if I'm really missing the mark. Yeah. Wouldn't be a first for Capcom. Oh yeah, I guess yeah. They've had quite a few movies. I'll think about it. Uh, I would like. I don't know. It kind of depends on like who's. I think wasn't the who's directing it actually. Not the cast. I don't care about the actors. It's just like they haven't gotten like the people just don't look like. I'm too used to seeing them like these huge people. They haven't got the costume design correct. You know, they haven't made it as like big as the people should be. There's a lot of problems. But who's directed by this guy who was the director of the Eric Andre show? Did not like that. Doesn't look like he's really done anything particularly. Oh, he did Twisted Metal as a series. Okay, which is apparently pretty good. And the writer, Captain America, Brave New World, The Falcon, and The Winter Soldier. Okay, so these are pretty good. Maybe the writing will not be that bad. Flat sheet of skin that extend contour to mimic actual skin, similar to the organ mimics. Large biomass appears to be a saber-toothed tiger made from human flesh that can perfectly mimic all voices it hears. A sack of meat that expand into a humanoid creature that can only tackle but do nothing else. Muscle tanks that can only hit hard, but if slashed or even bruised, their skinless muscles will rip. What's a punch? Alright, glass cannon. A gorefest that is a constant state of zombie-like behavior and completely ignore pain and judgment cuts anyone within their range. They have no eyes. Huh. Blood bags, an organism that solely purpose of making Aziz blood. Skull squid made from miles of tendrils and ligaments to similar squid with milk release. The flesh sphere with 8 muscular spider legs to move around as a vehicle. A child that was actually naturally born. A quarter pounder, a bodyguard creation and main way of disposal of non-living creations. I decided that Perfection's name was Oswald, but changed to Ozzy. after transition. Gotta read them out loud. I'm reading them. I am reading them. A mutated grown white blood cell that can do what a white blood cell does, but in human-sized form. That's very creepy. Also, this one that was auto-modded. A marriage with two people merged together with large orifice that can shoot semen, saliva, and blood. If there is no Mila, there is hope. Who's Mila? Oh, wait. Oh, that's a Resident Evil woman. That's her name, right? Yeah, Mila Jovovich. Yep. Zelda movie is a huge question mark. Yeah, I haven't gotten any information on that. Really, I think it's finished production or finished filming. Which child of perfection do I like? The Cyclops with large amounts of jagged teeth are really... I still like them. They finished shooting, and it's anyone's guess how it will be cut or what happens. Yeah. Have you seen the bonus scenes for Sonic movies on home video? I don't think so. That'd been a while ago, if I have. Top 3 child of perfection. I have Cyclops, the cow organism, and this flesh sphere. Those are the ones. Almost all the bonus scenes have decent ideas, but I'm happy that they aren't in the movie themselves due to pacing or delivery. I should look at, like, those things. I'm good at making weird horrors, but I can't draw them because of my cutesy art style. I can look good in a cutesy art style. Anything in art can work. Do I have something in the cutesy art style? I think I have horror stuff. I can just draw some cats sometimes. Stop that. Action is probably gonna be hard idea to make because of the children. You know, there's that thing with Dio in part 2 of JoJo where he like it's his head on a different body. That's an interesting idea. Similar to this like Aussie. They got their head removed to be retested. I said, yeah, I remember. I remember. I had that written down. Wait, which one is more horrific? Being reattached as mother or sister? Look for absolute horror. I mean, a head reattached to a different person's body is it's already is like bad enough. I don't think it really matters who. Uh, do I? 1 second. There's about 10 minutes left. I want to see if we have. I don't think you'll be able to hear this. Oh, you can. These are the old sounds. I'm gonna show you a little something. There's part. I'm gonna show you this, and I'm gonna. I want you to hear it too. Mother or sister? I guess mother. It's older, but it's more horrifying. Let me. Okay, so this is the. These are the older sounds. They're not quite like correct, but it's a little too bassy and a little too crushed. Ah. I gotta fix a few things, but some of the seams, but beyond that, it should be fine. No, this is that was just me. That's just me doing that. But yeah. I like the run sound. Yeah, I try to look for Kirby's little pop sound when he runs. So I'll try to get that. I did voice it myself. Yeah, those are temp. They're not going to be in the game. Just so I wouldn't count on that. But yeah, that's about it. Um, I've changed them. I'm working on new ones. I'm working on better ones, quieter ones, and there's like a hit sound. There's an explosion sound or like a death sound. So we're getting there. And finally released on itch.io, and then actually see how people think, and then change it, add all the Vampire Survivor stuff later on, and then sell it. Ugh. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for coming. Thanks for talking. Oh, 1 second. What if Ozzy's had rejected his sister's body after a year, and body had so many problems, so as he moved to their mother's, which was more acceptable to his skin? Potentially. Yeah, that could be so. That would be like in pursuit of perfection, he has to deal with rejection. Yeah, makes sense. Seems fun. Are you playing Vanquish? That's good. I'm probably gonna change off Wednesdays. I don't know. I'll see like next week. Might do a different like days. Probably Tuesdays and Thursdays will stay. We'll see. I don't know. I might go to Saturday. Maybe more people can show up. I don't know. We'll see. Might try something for a week. But yeah. I'll see you next week. tomorrow. I'll see you Thursday. Bye.